No. Okay. So I already went ahead and did my eyebrows off camera just because I want to do a whole separate video on how I do my eyebrows. So stay tuned for that, guys. But for this makeup look, we're going to be taking the Jaclyn Hill palette. I love this palette. It's my favorite palette. And yeah. So the first shade that we're going to be taking in this palette is Butter. That's going to be our transition shade. Just put it in our crease. Just like that. And blend it. So a thing that I like to do when I'm putting my transition shade on is that I like to like start from your outer corner and just blend and then blend upwards. And when I blend, I don't like press on my damn skin. I do a soft hand so it looks really smooth and not so harsh. And it should look like that. A tip that I have too, guys, is that if you do not blend, the eyeshadow's not gonna come out looking like smooth and honestly just gorgeous. And the next shade that we're gonna be taking out of the Jaclyn Hill palette is the shade Buns. And we're gonna put it in our outer corner and like pack it on and then blend. So I'm going to be taking the shade Roxanne out of the Jaclyn Hill palette, and I'm going to just dab it at the end. And just dab. Tap off all the excess. And I'm just dabbing it on there. And after we're done dabbing, we'll just get a blending brush and blend. A fluffy blending brush, we're just gonna blend it on. Now out of the Jaclyn Hill palette, we're gonna be taking the shade Mocha. It's like a brown shade. We're gonna be putting it on our outer corner, right in our crease. And just blend, blend, blend. The shade Chips, we're gonna put it right in our outer corner and dab it. And just dab. We're gonna kind of like pack it on. So it should look like that. And that looks kind of harsh. That's okay because we're gonna blend. Blending is everything. So we're gonna go back in with that shade Mocha and blend it out. we're gonna go in with the shade Hunts and do the exact same thing and just blend. So going in with my Anastasia concealer in the shade 1.0 and taking a define very little thin brush, and we are gonna cut our crease. We're only gonna half cut our crease, we're not gonna fully cut our crease. So yeah. So now with the Jaclyn Hill palette, we're just gonna take the shade Beam, the shade that we did use for our highlight under our brow bone, and we're just gonna dab it. Okay, so now that we got that done, we're gonna take more of a thinner brush and we're gonna go back in with the shade Butter that we first used, and we're gonna put it right on the edge so it's not like a harsh line. You're just gonna blend so it blends nicely. And then you're gonna take the shade Chips and a little bit of Mocha and blend right here. You're gonna dab it on and then just blend, but blend very softly so you have a nice smooth line. I mean smooth eyeshadow. Just nice and soft. Now we're gonna go ahead and do our eyeliner with, I'm going to be using the NYX matte liquid liner. So eyeliner is done. Now I'm gonna go ahead and do the other eye off camera, and as well I'm going to pop on some eyelashes off camera. So I'll be right back. Okay, so eyelashes are on. Now we're gonna move on to the face. So I'm gonna go ahead and go in with my NYX color correcting concealer palette. This, I'm gonna be, you guys are probably like, what the hell is that? Like, girl, you trying to put that green? But actually we're gonna get this green shade right here and we're gonna put it where you have some redness. Just, I am breaking out a little bit, so I want to hide that. So I'm just gonna get this and dab it just around my nose. I'm gonna be taking my favorite primer, and that is the Too Faced Hangover Primer. So now I'm going to be taking the L'Oreal Pro Glow foundation. This is my favorite drugstore foundation. I recommend it. Bless you. So for concealer, I'm going to be taking the Maybelline Fit Me concealer. These are my favorite drugstore concealers as well.
And I like to put it on the edge of my nose. I like to put it under my lip, going down my chin, and up my forehead, and of course under my eyes.
And then I'm going to be taking my LA Girl Pro concealer. This one is in the shade, it doesn't say, but it's a dark shade, and I like to contour with this. And to blend out my contour, the dark shade, I like to use a brush. This is the Real Technique brush.
Blend. Of course I go back in with the beauty blender and just make sure it's completely blend, but I really like using this brush. This is like my favorite.
For my nose though, I like to use like an oval brush, just like this, a really thin brush, and I like to use it on my nose. Beauty blender, we're gonna blend out the concealer. Okay, now that that's all blended out, we are going to take the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder. I have never used this powder, but there's always a first. So we're gonna try this one and see how it goes. So to bronze my face, I'm gonna go in with the Morphe 39A palette. I really like this palette as well. So as you can tell, I really like Morphe. I'm gonna be taking this shade right here. It's the darkest bronzy shade in the palette, and I'm gonna be going in with like a angle brush like this. And while this sets in, we're gonna go back in with the Jaclyn Hill palette, and we are gonna open it. We're going to take that brown shade Butter that we started off with and just put it under our eyelids. Now we're gonna go back in with the palette, and we're gonna take this bright turquoise shade, and this shade is called Jade, and we're gonna put it under our waterline. So then we're gonna go in with the shade Pool Party. It's kind of just like the turquoise, just a little bit lighter and kind of glittery, and we're gonna put it under the waterline. And the bottom of our eye should look like this. Now with just any clean fluffy brush, we're just gonna take off the powder. Now just to bronze up my face a little bit more so where it's not so harsh, I'm going to take my Butter bronzer, and we're just gonna, and this, use the Becca Champagne Pop by Jaclyn Hill. why not? We're using her palette. We gotta use her highlighter. And of course I like to spray my highlighter brush with setting spray, so it gives us a brighter highlighter. Now with my Artist Contour highlighter in the shade Gold Digger, I like to use this one
to highlight the tip of my nose.
So for blush, I'm going to be taking my Kat Von D blush. And again, back with the setting spray. And so I'll be going in with my MAC lipstick in the shade Honey Love. And my NYX Professional Makeup lip liner. So this is the final look. I hope you guys love this look as much as I do. And of course using the Jaclyn Hill palette. This palette is so beautiful. You guys need to get your hands on this. But as always, like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you guys can be notified when I upload. I upload twice a week. But as always, thanks for watching, beauties.